Hey, Go fans! The weather outside here is really nice, and I want you to know I'm sacrificing some really nice weather right now to be in here with you making this video. But I've got a game that I think is worth it, because this is a 6-song game on TieGem where, oh man, did I make such a huge blunder. Like we're talking about one of those blunders where the win percentage robot graph goes right, just all the way to the top, all the way to the bottom. And then my opponent doesn't see it. And I think we've all been there, right? You've all played this move that you knew was a bad move, and you're sitting there at the table just trying to play it cool, just being like, yep, my move's totally legit, man. You just gotta respect it. I did all the reading. I'm a better reader than you. You gotta respect it. And you're just sitting there hoping, praying that your opponent doesn't actually read it out and realize it's not a good move. So anyway, let's see that let's see my game that I had that exact moment happen to me. What am I? Am I black or white? I can't even remember. I'm black. That's right. All right, now this game. I have to play the first couple moves before I can remember the game. I am black, and there's one side normally, right? In Go, there's one side that's bigger. I want to play on the biggest side, so we're gonna play on that side. Even though the robot's like, you should approach over here. I think it actually might. No, it's coming around to like just invade the 3/3 because I'm a robot. That's what I do. All right. Anyway, I'm going to approach the bigger from the longer side, right? The 11 space side, not the 10 space sides. My opponent kicks and makes a real nice tight little corner group. That's great. I'm going to play this way, just to see if I can make a really nice large side over here in the middle of my opponent's sphere of influence. And my opponent's like totally cool with that. It's like, yep, you could totally do that. Of course, they'd rather have me do something a little more active than just play a balancing move between the two groups, but it's fine. This feels like a good game for black already. Robot really likes white, but I was pretty happy. Happy enough. All right, white takes this approach, which is totally fine. And I Tanuki to actually play over here. The robot, actually interesting move, is this says, no, I just invade the 3/3 corner now. Or kick. Okay, well, I play this way. And we play this really interesting sequence because my opponent plays the double Hane. Isn't that cool? Because of this Joseki, there's so many options now, right? You guys have seen this one, I'm sure. If you've been following any of the robot games, this is the most common. So we have A, but then there's also this one at B. There's also this one at, no, sorry, not that one. This one at C. And there's this one at D. And they're all legitimate moves, like they're all fine. Here, I actually look at this and go, I didn't really want to invest in this group anyway because it was so far from this stone. I Tanuki. And I just come up over here, which the robot doesn't really like. The robot would much prefer me to kick first if I'm going to Tanuki. But isn't that amazing? Just like Tanukiing is actually a pretty valid option here in general, right? It looks like white is playing the most severe, but actually white still has a pretty big liability. So I thought this was just a cool sequence. After I Tanuki here, white takes advantage. But after I connect, white needs to play another move over here, right? There's still this cut or rather Atari to basically for black to get a fine outside wall result. In the game, my opponent played this one. Yeah, I am seeing this one's better now. All right, neither of us saw this. This is a nice move. But in the game, he plays here. No, he doesn't. What does he do? This one? What? Oh, never mind. I don't connect yet. I kick first. I'm going to save this connection, apparently. So I'm just going to come and kick and attack 2 stones. I am going to get this in soon enough. Don't worry. It's going to come. My opponent feels the pressure over here. I have a corner group and a pincer. 2 stones, just want to get out. He tries to get out with this is kind of the most violent way, right? Because we're threatening to actually like lean on the top here somehow and take advantage of it. I just come underneath and just solidify the corner. Which robot says, no, don't do that. Just play loosey-goosey, take control of the center. Kind of the moral of the story from the last game I reviewed on this channel. All right, so this one, robot is real digging white. Super digging white. Oh, you know what, though? We're running the wrong engine. We got to run Katago. We got to see how many points the robot thinks white is winning by. This will take a second to load. So anyway, basically my theory for this game was white took a thick corner down here and kind of a small to medium corner over here. And so I'm going to take a thick corner over here and take a small medium corner over here, hopefully. And I'll still have this side. Like I still have actually, in my mind, I still have better prospects on the left side than my opponent has for the right. So in my mind, I'm winning. I like this result for me. Robot disagrees. Are we thinking? Usually it takes Katago like a little bit of time before it like updates the display for some reason. I don't know what she's thinking about. Oh, if we back up, there we go. I think you're kicking now. Nope, still not kicking. What if we go back here? All right, you just got to go to a new move, I guess. All right, so here, after this kick, it says it's 62% in for Leela. But Katago is actually thinking it's like 50-50. So that's kind of neat. Hard to know which one. I take the outside, again, take control of the center, more important. And my opponent plays this move, which is a little bit too slow. White's already invested a lot of stones over here and still not alive. And so here, I take this opportunity to connect, which is fine. But this is probably bad timing. I should have done this immediately earlier on. And my opponent responds to this the wrong way. Again, should respond this way. The better move. Oops. Okay, tick. Very good. So now I have a stick here. And the stick seems dumb, but it's fine. I didn't really actually give much up for it. Like white was always going to have this corner. White now has a stick to attack, but I'm going to treat the stick kind of as light, and for that matter, it's actually a stick that can kind of fight its way out. It has a stable enough group over here to fight against, to use as a backbone. All right, but at this point, it says white, it says black's winning, right? After I get the stick off, the game has been turned entirely. So I descend here. Actually, robot agrees with me. I'm playing real well. This game goes real well for me. Like I feel like I'm hitting my stride against the 6-dan Taijum players. And now my opponent tries to invade here, and this feels like trouble, right? Like already has a weak group over here, feels real busy. I kick. Oh, good. So actually, the robot immediately thought jumping out is better, and then kind of came around to my way of thinking. Kick and jump. Yep. And again, I have a weakish white group over here, and still a weak white group here. And so after white plays here, oh, I'm really sad. My move is not on the robot's radar. I'm just playing the shape point. In this type of two-space base kind of formation with a kick, this is often the next most natural point for white to develop, so I just take it. Robot says it's a pretty big difference, though. Yeah, I see. Okay, so let's find out why. Robot wants me just to play this one, which is a little bit slower, a little more solid. And it says it doesn't like this one. See, in the game, I thought I was okay because I have this move. Yeah, and can play something like this. And there isn't really a good cut here, right? White can't connect. So I thought this was totally fine for me. And in fact, if the game goes this way, the black's 96%. So obviously I'm missing something. So if I play this way... Okay, so white can play here, and then I have to defend somehow. It says this is the best defense, but... Let's play the non-super robot-y move, which is that one. Okay. So the robot doesn't like this shape because this just basically means white can get this group stronger in something like Sente. I can make really terrible shape, but again, this doesn't matter because I still have to make terrible shape because as soon as white defends this stone, there's this cut here. Okay, so this is a bad shape move in this case. So I have to play slower. All right, that's a problem. Luckily, my opponent doesn't call me on it and just jumps out. And then I get to play this Hane. Oh, wow. And it says white should cut. That's amazing. I thought this, I just read this cut as immediately just not working. Right? Like this cut just doesn't work. Okay. Okay. Where is this going, Robot? Robot is really intrigued, or really invested in having me defend here, which is interesting. Here, let's just keep playing what we expect this to go. And then here, but I have liberties. And then invade, and then it's like, it's fine, it's settled. How is this good for white? Oh, it's not good for white. All right, well, this is a very weird sequence. So right here, it says white is 34% to cut. And I played like a bad sequence. And then I just tried to play all the white moves, follow-ups. I don't know, cut a go as I'm reading this right. This cut is not good. All right, well, anyway. After I play here, yeah, in the game, my opponent, yep, takes this Aji, and then takes this Aji, and I just defend. It's interesting that the robot wants me to play this way. It seems bad, right? So, robot just wants me to take control of the center in exchange for a pretty... I mean, this was my big corner. I'm just kind of sad about this. Like, this would really be sad, right? Like, my large corner turns into a white corner where I lose 3 stones? Oh, man. Ugh. Ugh. Say it ain't so, robot. Don't make me do that. All right. Anyway, I play this stone with the explicit intention of strengthening this, right? I just want to strengthen. I have 1 weak group. My opponent has 2. I just want to play moves in the middle that help me strengthen. My opponent takes all the free stuff and then jumps out. And then the move I play is here, which it's like, not your best move, not your best work, but it's okay. What are the alternatives? Okay, here, that's real solid shape. It's just like, basically the always is like throw a stone on the board, right over here. Just doesn't matter where it lands. I think they're all certainly playable. This wants me to be a little bit solid. What's interesting is it wants to play that one first. Yeah. Okay. This is actually how it went in game anyway, pretty much, except instead of here, white jumped. And then wants me to peep here. I just took this cut. Okay. Still totally fine. Jump. And then it just wants me to extend. All right, well, I was a little more aggressive than that. That's fine. Yep, and then, so white got the stick out and turned the corner. This is a big deal, like capital BD. Because now the stick is pretty much safe. And my center is more or less safe. And my corner is not at all safe, and this white group is not at all safe. So we both strengthened our middles, but hurt my corner in this closer to the edge group. I played here in anticipation of peeping here. But the robot says peep here directly, but that can't be right. Oh, now take this. Oh man, robot, what sort of trouble have you got me into? Oh, buddy, old pal. Oh man. This move? Oh, it's okay, I see. Atari and disconnect. I don't know. This seems like a bad idea. Oh, he has to go up the stone. I see. I can play this way because these are dead. But white gets to take the whole outside. Oh man, crazy robot holes. All right. Anyway, I want to set this up, and so I play here. My opponent sees that I'm trying to set this up, and he actually not yet. He plays here first. All right, now I have set this up. Yep, and so he plays this move. But he doesn't extend here. Now he takes the opportunity to connect. So he makes this into a real potential and gets his group out, right? I can't push here and cut because that's Atari. But he lets me make this Panuki here. And now this game feels real nice and easy for black because basically white still has a group in duress. White has one area for potential, and all of my groups are strong, with the possible exception of the stick, but the stick can still fight. And so here, yeah, like I don't really have problems. Oh, I do strengthen the corner. This is worth a lot of points actually too. All right, so now I really don't have any problems. And I have one big corner. This corner is also pretty big. Two big corners. A few points here. A few points here. My opponent has a medium corner, we'll call it a big corner, another big corner, and a little bit of potential, and that's about it. And so what is this? Katago thinks black is actually winning by 18 points here. So that's way more than I thought. Like I felt comfortable here, but I didn't think it was a 20-point game at this point. Yeah, and this move, when white plays this move just to make these into points, it just gives me the opportunity to, you know, basically fix the stick and turn the left into points too. So this feels like a real neutral move. Like my opponent gains something that he wants, but then I gain something I want. Like not a real advantageous. Like this isn't going to swing the game, right? Oops. Oh, I went to the previous variation. Okay, there we go. Back on track. What happens here? Oh, now my opponent, after I respond here, decides to strengthen this group and manage. And this seems like good timing. I really did want to play this move in the game, but I had no idea when to play it. What does this move do, you ask? Well, it starts to really, again, place more strength in the middle. If our opponent connects, yep, then we play here. And let's say our opponent just blocks that way. Push, block, it wants me to cut. But over here, then I can start playing moves like this. And you can start seeing, not only does white have this brick of potential turn territory, black also has now a brick of potential turn territory. So, okay. But I just couldn't find the time. So I play this move, thinking I'm going to get something out of it, right? I have no real problems. I'm either going to get more points at the top, or I'm going to get an attack on this group, or maybe it'll help me build more of the center in anticipation of building this into a brick. So this has felt like it was doing three different things. It's totally not on the robot's radar, but the robot doesn't really mind it very much. It's not a bad move. It does change the score by 3 points, though. I think it's about a 3-point loss, which is pretty big. All right, here I play poorly. My opponent takes one more move, right? My opponent is still defending this group, especially after this move, to play here. And this should just be an obvious Tanuki point. I have a Panuki. I'm actually relatively strong. White really would like to cut on this side, but it just doesn't work. The stone is dead. So white can't even cut on the quote-unquote more severe side. So if I play this, white has to play here, and I can just connect, and I'm still just fine, right? White will have to take or do something at some point. So this was a bad shape. In my mind, I'm still thinking I can attack this somehow, but I really can't. It's just not useful. Here, there's just no good moves for black, right? This is a bad exchange. But I fix anyway to make my group over-concentratedly strong. Is this too strong now? Opponent should Tanuki, continue to expand this, but doesn't place here. Peeps over here. Again, not a good move. It's just not important. Right, again, making another 6 points. I guess it's really more like 12 to 15 points because either of us can make this into territory. But it's just not big enough to swing the game, right? When we're talking about a game right now where black is, 13, 14 points ahead, potentially making another 12 is not going to be a big enough move. All right, so I find the biggest move on the board, and we play this, kind of expected. The robot really wants me to push and do this immediately. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. We're in the robot hole. I don't know anymore. White's just going to make a mess over here somehow. But this has been reduced with this little cup group. All right, I should have done that immediately. I didn't want to do this because I was looking at sequences with this peep and this attachment, and I was ready for my time in the sun to be the robot and to make nothing into something, right? It doesn't look like black has anything over here, but I just looked at all these little cracks and was like, you know, I've got a Panuki, I've got a really strong center group. Man, it looks like there's enough cracks for me to find something. And I do find something. It's not that significant, but I find a little bit of something. White blocks here, which again, it's too slow, shouldn't do it. White can either get out or just play. Actually, white doesn't even need this. There's no Sente moves for me against this group, right? Like this group is alive. So it's just basically whether or not this alive group is able to get out. And it doesn't need to. It's not the biggest thing. It just doesn't need to get out. But my opponent's keeping it connected. And so all these exchanges right here, when I get to push through like this, and white is just trying to keep his group, giving it some access to the center, this major loss. So now we're at 96.6% win percentage. My last move is good. It wants me to play this one first. But yeah, this is the right idea. Right direction in the end. Okay, this is neat. Attach here for Aji. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, just the two little exchanges just to help strengthen the shape. Great. Totally didn't play that in the game. Instead, I played this one to strengthen the shape, which is on the radar. That's fine. All right, and then I start looking for these cracks with this move. Opponent responds there. And I'm like, okay, we'll bide our time, get a little bit stronger in the center first just to make sure I'm not going to get counterattacked. My opponent played a monkey jump. Do you like opponents who play monkey jumps? And in my mind, I'm thinking this is way too early for a monkey jump. Like this is what we're really talking about. These points, not really what we're talking about. So I oblige him. I give him a couple exchanges. And then I connect here. And actually, at the time, I was like, all these are big. I can't tell which one's biggest. This one exposes the crack directly. I'm ready to go. It's a really big move, too, actually, just in terms of these points. So my opponent's totally like, you didn't respect my monkey jump. And I'm like, I don't care about your monkey jump. I'm going in. Ready? Here we go. Bam. And I am, again, I'm just looking at, I've got this really nice crack here, and I've got it descend. I've got all sorts of peeps through here. And I've got an attachment. I've got a Panuki to run to. I'm going to make something right here, guys. Like, it's going to be like robot beautiful. Beautiful. So we attach here to start, to just ask. And the robot's like not cool with it. It's okay, but not my favorite move. And I take this peep, which is like, yeah, that one's fine. You're fine. And he plays there, and this one kind of surprised me, actually. Because I was like, oh, man, I get so much more Aji now. So I start with this attachment. It looks like this one or this one is better. Yeah, that one feels pretty good. I should have found this one. Because at some point, it's like, you got to come back, right? Like, and now it looks like I'm either going to be able to seal this all in and build a wall here, or I'm going to run out. Like, one of those two things are going to happen. If we just play the recommended robot local sequence, I don't even understand what is going on. This is just madness. All right, no more robot hole. I've just got cracks, right? These are beautiful cracks. All right, anyway, I attach here instead, and my opponent plays this real kind of slow move. I'm like, okay, that's great. Take some more Aji. Connect. We do this weird run out connection thing. And here I want to get to the point where I blunder real bad. Because so far this is going fine, right? I still have enough points. Robot says I'm still almost 15 points up. Still looks like I'm going to be able to build something here. Still have a big corner here. Still have a big corner here. I did reduce this side. This side is really just 25 points now. So white has 25 points plus whatever this is in Komi. And that's it. So this is looking real good for black. Like, totally good. This one, interesting. This wants to exchange. Okay, fine. So in the game, I played this one. I'm not really sure which one's best. Maybe that one? But I'm like, this stone is just in a sea of nothing, or sea of not white. We can dance. Oh, and this is the move I really wanted to play. This seemed real bad. It's actually not bad. I just need to play that way. Why didn't I think of that? Oh, because I was reading it like this. And it still says it's not bad. How is this not bad? I just lose all these stones? Okay, because I go back and take the wall. All right. So basically, all of my choices are fine. What I mean is all the variations are fine. There's nothing I can do that's wrong in this case. We take this. White comes up. I just extend again. All right, so now my group is out. Pretty connected. We're fine. White's going to use this Aji here. I'll extend. This peep is an obvious move, but it actually kind of surprised me in the game. I just totally wasn't on my radar. I wasn't thinking about it at the time. And then my opponent plays here. And at this point, I'm still thinking, oh, I still would like some points here or here. So I'm going to Hane on top. And I sort of read this out. I was like, which one should I choose? Should I choose this peep or this Hane on top? And at the time, I was like, oh, no, the peep is not a good idea. That doesn't really work. So I'm going to play here. And in the game, the robot's like, no. Just solidify and make everything safe. This one's a little bit greedy, but it's okay. Like I was in the game, I would connect here. This is still the game. And then when my opponent plays here, I'm like, oh, this peep still works. This peep does not work. This is real bad, guys. To look away. Do not look at the screen. This did not happen. Peep real bad. Let's drink some tea. It's total just hallucination. Why you should absolutely just play here, and this is just a disaster. Right? I'm like, oh, I can just cut and fight. No, I can't cut and fight. That just dies. There's no cut. There's no fight. It just dies. I just lose a 8, 10, a 30-point group. Just for fun. Total colossal failure. And so in the game, when I play this, my opponent takes some time here. And my eyes are just like, what's going to happen? Oh my God, what did I just do? Like, what just happened? It's up to a 93% win percentage for White just to play here. Like, all of White's problems go away. Not actually, yeah, I mean, all of White's problems are actually pretty much settled. White has no problems here. It's just the White doesn't have enough points. That's the only problem White has. And this move, just, not that one, not you. This one just solves that problem for White. It just gives White 30 more points. Bam. Game over. So I'm sure you've all had this experience before. You've all been playing your game, and you played a bad move, and you knew it was a bad move right when you played it, and it's just a nail-biting sequence. My opponent played here. Now what? It's a game! We're still playing the game! This Hane, though, still kind of an overplay. So... not only did I have this huge blunder, I have like a half blunder here. Because apparently, what's the sequence for White to take advantage of this? Oh, Black just gives up. If Black plays this way, then White plays this way, and then Black plays this way, and lo and behold, it looks like we still found a way to die. Throw in... Oops. Oh, don't connect there. There. We have this weird ko. We have weird ko. And just give up that, right, and just finish the ko. Okay. So basically, it looks like the proper-ish sequence should result in Black living in ko. But that is bonkers, right? What actually happens is my opponent doesn't take this Atari, and I connect there. And the robot is real unsure what happens when he just backs off, and then I can come out and basically, after this Hane, I can live or connect out. But he played a real strange move here. He wanted these 2 stones at this point, right? At this point, like if you played this earlier, I would have, way earlier, I would have really probably did this. But at this point now, he's not only offering me to live, he's offering me like his whole corner. This is actually kind of a bad exchange. Oh, interesting. Also, we played this one first. That's pretty neat. That's actually really cool. Yeah. Right, because then after this move, then we can run this stone out and take everything. So that's really cool. All right, but I just play this normal sequence. And my opponent, like even, where is he? To here, it's still a little bit of a chance for white. Because there's still just a lot of cuts and white will get all this free stuff, all this stuff in here for free. But instead he takes this peep. He goes all out. And it's just the peep just solves too many of my problems, basically. Oh, yeah. Why didn't I do... I should have just taken these stones. Right? I end up with a really big corner. Which was formerly white's corner. And white ends up with this, so it's a pretty fair exchange, but it's still... Actually, it's not even fair. It's a better exchange for me, right? The corner is worth more than the garbage that's in here. So I got away with murder, right? Like, not actual murder, not even go murder, but just, I got away with living. I got away with the opposite of murder. So in the game, he connects, I play through here, I eat this corner. He takes a little bit of profit, but it's just, there's just not enough points. It's just, bleh. So at this point, we just go straight to endgame, pretty much. And it's an interesting endgame, but not really worth showing. So I'm just going to zoom through it here. I don't think there's any other chances for white. There is a little bit of a ko down here that's kind of exciting because it's a big ko in terms of points, but not big enough to swing the result of the game. So we just play a pretty clean endgame, but the game is really close at the end. Like he does play a better endgame than I have, and so it ends up being a 2.5 point win. So after that huge blunder, oh man, you can just see my endgame just sort of falls apart a little by little. And, yeah, breathe a sigh of relief, ladies and gentlemen, of a blunder that you were not called upon. Stressful. So, I don't know if there's a lesson in this, other than don't blunder. It's more just a way that I think we can all relate to the game of Go, right? With these little moments where you're just sitting, staring at the board, praying, right? Just praying to the Go gods. Please don't see that move. And I know for a fact, right? Q players do this all the time. Like they just have, like, please don't see this. But I just want you to know that apparently 6 Dons on TieGem have the same thing happen to them too. That feeling doesn't go away. Yeah, you can never rid yourself completely of blunders. Like, at some level, someplace. Some will be more obvious than others, but they just don't go away. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this blunder game. Don't be bad at Go. Don't make the blunders. I'll see you next time.